Zuniga pressure, left side of your screen right here. Let's watch first and we'll discuss. Obviously, it doesn't lead to a sack or anything like that, but we still like the win. The first thing we notice is, okay, we don't want to be late off the ball, right? So late off the ball, to me, he sees a heavy set to the outside, like a jump set. So he's either thinking it's going to be a run or it's a play action. It's a play action pass. And typically with a lot of these 4-3 schemes, you're going to have like these exchanges where, okay, he sees him setting hard to the outside. He can cross his face and shoot this B gap. And then Quan Alexander, who's lined up in that B gap, is now going to take the C gap. So a lot of the linebackers, their responsibility is both to read the backfield, but also read what their defensive linemen in front of them are doing, because again, they have the flexibility to shoot multiple gaps at times. So sees the set to the outside, angles himself to the inside as he sees that potential run coming and he wants to cut it off. Does a good job getting the left hand into the chest. I can't see exactly where it is, but left hand into the chest, starting to angle off to the inside. And now as he's starting to angle off to the inside, I think he notices that this is a bullshit fake, that there's way too much space right here. So this is not the cleanest play action fake. I think Jabari Zuniga realizes that as he feels himself getting underneath of the tackle's leverage. So he feels himself underneath of the tackle, sees that it's a play, that it's a play action. So you have the tackle momentum who's going heavy inside. Does he want to continue to fight that momentum inside? No. He's going to go opposite of it. So drops his weight a little bit, keeps extension with the left hand, uses some core power, some torque to torque him back inside, completely throwing him off balance, and opens up a wide open, easy, soft edge for him to rush at Gardner Minshew with. So really, really good job. And then another good part of this too is you see the TT stunt between Solomon Thomas and Tanzel Smart. This is so fun when I could do multiple players kind of at once here. But you have a TT stunt right here, and then Tanzel Smart goes to the loop, gets picked up. As he's going to get picked up, he notices that the running back is leaking out of the backfield, and he actually matches the running back. So good job noticing, okay, I'm not going to get there. Awareness outside of your assignment. Like we're going to talk about Tanzel Smart in a little bit, but dude, hell of a job by Tanzel Smart. Again, really good job by Zuniga right here. Again, now with a lot of these plays, and I'm going to say it more than I'll actually show it, just because then we'll be talking about a lot of Eagles players too. Some of these guys they're beating don't have the best technique. Let's be honest. They're playing second string tackles, third string guards. So there's going to be some plays where I'll just say not the best technique. I do want to highlight that, because obviously a play like this versus, I don't know, let's say number 63 is their second string right tackle, is different than Lane Johnson, right? So something worth highlighting who you're making plays against, right? Obviously just trying to be fair to the evaluation. So not necessarily the best set by the tackle there in general, but again, a good job by Zuniga, reading the set, trying to attack the inside, realizing it's not a true hand, or not, it's not a handoff, feeling himself underneath the tackle, throwing him to where the tackle's already going, making his way to the quarterback. Now the thing with making his way to the quarterback, he wants to make it a little bit more vertical, just a little bit. Like you want to chase that near hip, especially off the back. Well, no. Yeah, it's kind of a hard spot. I can't kill him for that. He might have cut it a little bit too flat, like right here. But it's, you're going to get beat sometimes like that. Obviously, again, a nice job by Tanzel Smart too. Again, I got to bounce around a good amount with, actually, I definitely have to renegotiate, not renegotiate, but I have to change my screen up with this one. Again, this is a preseason game for me too, in terms of the film reviews, getting back into doing it in this form. Play 27 next for him. We got get 5 plays. And again, it's nice. You break up like 3, 4, 5 players or plays for a guy, and then a couple plays for another guy, and it breaks up the monotony of doing 60 plays of a guy straight, which, by the way, still working on Dwayne Brown. I got about half a season to go. That'll be out too. You're going to get a review pretty much every other day now from these games, 2 players. Literally every other day I have to put out a review to get it all out in time. So you're about to be overloaded with Jets film. Zuniga run stop. He's right here. They're running this bear front. Now, and this there's a part of this is Nathan Shepard as well. Nathan Shepard on the inside, just highlighting him, does a really good job just holding up versus what eventually ends up being a double team, just holding his ground. Now the double team comes late and there's not full momentum from the secondary blocker in that combo, so he's able to hold up a little bit better than a true combo, where he's completely dedicated to or those two guys are like completely dedicated to him off the snap. But nonetheless, with that being, I didn't play the full play, so it shows Zuniga. It's a good job by him too. Obviously, you have the zone steps. They're running that tight inside zone. He steps with the offensive lineman as he feels that zone coming. And what you want to do, ideally, you want to dent one of these guys. You don't want to, unless you could spike in between them. Just put your helmet between those guys and split the difference. Then yeah, okay, it's really hard to truly spike a double team. So typically you want to attack one of the combo blockers. Some do the high leg, some do the post, but high leg post. Now with that being said, when you attack one of said offensive linemen on a combo, you want to reduce your body from the other. He doesn't do that initially as well as we necessarily want him to, but steps, hands inside, could play with a little bit better leverage here, but is still able to play at least with decent leverage, get his hands inside of the right guard extension. Now, I would like him to reduce himself a little bit earlier than he is right now because he's not truly reduced. He is quite high into this block. So a really good right tackle, right guard pairing. Let's be honest, he's probably getting moved a little bit here because this is a lot of body to attack for the second guy into the combo. But with that being said, he does secondarily, he does a nice job of taking on the second man as he drops his hips, sets his anchor. You're seeing him set his anchor right there, in step, working up and through the hip into the offensive lineman. Powerful position to be in right there. Keeps driving off of that instep. We're going to see him just keep setting it. Obviously, if he's getting pushback, he has to reset that and kick it out a little bit. Just think about like a kickstand and with a bike. So kicks it out, holds up, keeping his inside half clean. As he reads the backfield, he's seeing the running back is cutting his way, so he's just going to hold his ground. Running back gets into his contact window. Jabari Zuniga already has that inside half clean for that reason, is able to wrap him up. So it's a good job by him. And like I said, it's a good job by Nathan Shepard, just clogging the inside. He's not making a tap or anything like that. But if you can hold your ground in a combo, you're winning that rep for the most part. So it's a good job by those two guys. And it's not like he had a ton of good plays anyway, Nathan Shepard. So we'll give him the bone there. But play 40. Say sack. He's right here to the right side of your screen. So the explosion off the snap, that's not overly impressive here. I do like the hands, just in terms of the one arm stab. I like, again, if you're gonna throw that one arm stab, you're gonna be more straight up, like your chest is more open, and you're not really getting under it like a long arm where you're like working, you're really working under his leverage and pushing up into him, but it's more like squared up stab. I'm okay with that for the most part if it's followed by a chop. That's exactly what he does here. So we get the one arm stab, which just holds that separation. So holding that separation, creating a little bit more distance as you shock him back and as you get extension, leading to this outside punch not being able to land necessarily as tight to the offensive lineman as the offensive lineman wants, and maybe not as powerful because you're shocking him back. Paired with the outside chop, again, I like that chop. Now he goes to work up the arc, but he realizes, okay, he's throwing his weight onto me. I'm past the quarterback set point. It's gonna be really hard for him to get all the way up the arc and bend this and get the quarterback, especially this late into the reps. So Zuniga realizes, okay, I have to push back up the field to try to get to try to make my way to the quarterback. So he does that, throws on the brakes, little club chop right there to keep working vertical, finds the quarterback, gets the sack. So it was a good job with the awareness of the quarterback set point. Again, it's not like we have secondary explosion here or crazy bend or anything like that, but it is a good stab into a chop, and then again realizing where exactly the quarterback was going to be, or where he was, and maybe where he was going to be as he scrambled. Zuniga stuff. Okay. He is right here, left side of your screen. Again, so now we have pretty good awareness, and it's always hard to exactly say, okay, I guarantee you this is where his eyes were, but comes off the snap, is really obviously he's gonna read the pass set as well, and with that being said, and just as D end in general, away from the running back like this, if it is a zone play, you have to assume it's coming at not exactly directly towards you like an outside zone, but towards your direction for the most part. If it is a zone, if you're playing a zone heavy team, so takes a step up the field. To me, I think he reads the backfield. He reads a tighter track, for the running back, so he angles himself inside. Obviously, to a certain extent, yes, you do want to set the edge, but if they are so tight, you want to take that shot. If you're right, cool. And with that being said, you have linebackers who could be making up the outside for you, regardless. So gets into or starts the rush again. Notices the track of the running back, crosses the face of the right tackle, gets his hands up. They're not necessarily the cleanest in terms of it's not like a club rip or anything like that, but the hands deflect as he goes across the face, crosses the face, finds the running back, dives, makes tackle. It's a good play, as they run. Oh, so it's one back power, but it's fine. It's still the same thing. Doesn't have to be zone. One back power works the same here in terms of just the running back's track being in his direction. So next play for Zuniga. Okay, pressure. Oh yeah, okay. And yeah, okay. So we're gonna watch a few guys. We're gonna watch this 3 times. First time, second time, third time. Okay, first time, second time. And sometimes I'm a little bit more